Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to Underground, my single player Let's Play series. My squid farm does not work. I have just realized we built this thing a long time ago. And I mean, I knew it didn't work because this is pretty much all the ink sac that we've gotten from it. But I figured it was because squid were spawning like up on the surface. You know, there's water, there's probably water up there that we just can't see. And I figured that's what the problem was. But I just came up here and took a look, or kind of looked in here, and there was a couple of squid. One of them eventually fell down and died, but this guy's just swimming along, no problem. And I don't understand why, because this is all down-flowing water, and I thought that's how squid farms worked. But apparently, squids they don't succumb to the down-flowing water. Like if I go in here, I fall down quite quickly, and it's hard for me to swim up. Because when you have water flowing down and it's next to a solid block, it pushes mobs down very quickly. But the squid does not seem affected. He does not seem to care. So, that's interesting. It doesn't really matter though, or well, it kind of matters because I don't know how to make a squid farm then. I'll have to look into that. But this squid farm is probably going to go because we are going to work on the mob farm today. That was what was suggested out of the projects that I had mentioned. And let's see, if we go to, we need to go to 646 and 1001, which is right here. And if we dig down, this is going to be part of where the drop-off is. So if we dig down here, yep, right down to there. I've cleared out a little bit of a room here. This is where our collection room is. Oh, and I kind of updated our fishing shack a little bit. I still want to work on it a little bit, but it used to be all oak wood, but that didn't really go with everything that we have here. So I changed it all to dark oak. Then I had the problem that like everything was kind of dark oak, and like those were dark oak before, and I had dark oak up there. So I went through and I put logs up there. I figured that would be a nice substitute, and I put in some mushroom blocks so I could get some color. I would have probably used some mushroom blocks in the floor here, but this is slabs just to prevent mob spawns. I mean, we could use light to do that, but I kind of like the slabs anyways. It gives it a kind of a more cramped feel, I guess. But yeah, so just a little update to that. But yeah, over here we're going to have a mob farm. We're going to have a trench that the mobs will fall down. We're going to have spawning pads on either side of the trench that are going to be 12 by 8. They're going to be 12 wide and 8 deep because water flows 8 blocks. And the 12 has to do with pistons. I'm going to use sticky pistons with slime blocks to block water currents. And then the water is going to push the mobs down into the center. And if I use slime blocks, then I can save on the number of pistons I have to use and the amount of redstoning I have to do. But then I can only have them 12 wide because that's how many slime blocks can be moved by a single piston. So I'm going to get digging, and we'll get this all set up and ready to go. And you know what? I just realized, honestly, that we need to lower this actually quite a bit. What level are we at? We're at 13. We need to go down to level 6. Actually, we're going to need to go down to level 5. Where's bedrock? Is this level? Nope. This is level 4. So bedrock starts there. That's where we're going to have our hoppers at. So I'm going to have to lower this whole room down and have like kind of a staircase going down here probably is what the best thing to do. Since we're underground, we don't have a lot of vertical space. That's one of our limiting factors. So we need to make sure that we use everything. So we're going to have the mobs drop down to the lowest point that they can. And that means since we're starting at like level 6, that means our pads are going to have to start around level 40. That will allow us to drop the mobs about 34 blocks, which I think that's a good enough distance to kill things like witches and hopefully most of the mobs with armor. So I'll have to get digging. I'll have to change this out, and then I'll probably prep the pads so that they're all ready to go. I've dug out our mob farm, and we now have the collection area down by bedrock. So we'll have hoppers going through here, and then all of the items. There's the drop, by the way. Ooh, that's a long ways. That dirt right there, that's pretty much the dirt. Not quite at the surface, but it's like a few layers down from the surface. So we are staying underground, and that's pretty much the highest that I can go. But that's quite a sight, just standing on bedrock and seeing basically the ground up there. But yeah, we'll have all the items get collected in hoppers here, and then I'm gonna have chests along this back wall. I think there's 10 different items, and I have room for 10 chests here, 10 columns of chests. Then we'll have them like 4 or 5 high, so I can get tons of items from this thing. And then we can climb up here, and the first platform starts at level 37, I believe, which is right here, level 37, which means that we're dropping the mobs from here, 31 blocks. That's the lowest point, which should be enough to kill witches, which have the highest health. They have 26 health, so basically they take a hit point or a health point for every block that they fall. So that'd be 26 26 blocks to take that away. And then when you fall, you don't take damage from falling only 3 blocks. So you have to add like 4 blocks to that. 3 or 4 blocks, I don't remember exactly. So basically you have to drop witches like 29 or 30 blocks. So the 31 should be good enough. We might have trouble with armored mobs, especially if they have feather falling. They may not die, but if we start getting like too much of them bunched up, I'll have to figure out something for that. But for now, this will be good enough. So, like I said, we have platforms that are 12 wide. Now this channel is actually 13 wide, and that's because of the sticky pistons and the slime blocks. Because of how they work, I had to kind of offset the platforms. So as you can see, each one, or like that one is over that way, and then that one's along that wall, and then that one's along that wall over there. And I guess we can kind of build this. I've already done all of this side. So what we have to do is we got to dig this back, go like that, and we need that block dug out. And yeah, all of this. So we just have to dig out this cross section going all the way through. And like I said, the reason why we had to offset them is because when those slime blocks get pushed up, there's going to be a slime block right there. And so we can't have a piston right there because that's going to connect and it's going to ruin the whole thing. Nothing's going to work here. So what I had to do was I had to offset it so that we could have this piston over here, and then this will continue on down that way. We can keep breaking this. It looks like, oh yeah, that's I heard a cave over there, so I went and dug down, found a dark cave, lit it up a bit, so we can maximize our spawns. I'm digging too much, aren't I? We don't need this dug out. Doesn't really matter if it's dug out, but we don't need it dug out, so we might as well not do it. And then the wall is right here. So we'll just dig that out, and I'm going to grab this iron, because iron is always useful. Fill that back in. Alright, so let's see. First off, I'm going to put some stone bricks along the back here. And this is where water is going to be. And so I have the stone bricks just holding it in, kind of telling me not to dig that. Otherwise water is going to flow out. And then we're going to need furnaces along the top, and we already have furnaces along the bottom, because basically this is the block that is down there. And then we need furnaces along the back here, and then we can stick our slime blocks along here. So when this piston is powered, all these slime blocks will move up to this layer, and we'll have water sources along the back there. And then When that piston goes down, all these blocks will go down. They'll let the water out. Hello, guy. And water will flow down. It'll drop a level here, so then it can flow 8 blocks all the way to the edge, and then it'll stop here. Push all the mobs down, and then this will close back up, and water will stop, and then mobs can spawn again. We'll have to have this on some sort of timer. There is one issue with this, and that is that when the slime blocks are up here, there will be a space down here, which means spiders could like climb in there. I don't think it will be too big of an issue. You know, spiders, first of all, like for that to happen, you have to have spiders spawning, which, you know, they're only a fifth of the mobs that can spawn here. And then if they do spawn in there, or if they do spawn like anywhere here, and they go over there, once this closes down, like that will kill them anyways. So they won't be stuck there forever, and they won't build up. So we shouldn't have a problem there. But yeah, so I have to just keep doing that. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we have 8 platforms, or 16 platforms in total. Should have quite a bit of spawning space. Now I don't know how well caves are lit up around here, and it's kind of hard to find them when you're underground all the time. I might have to do some tunneling through the areas. But yeah, right. We are at level 58 right now, and I'm sure the ground is right around level 63, 64, so we're only a few blocks down below the surface. Trying to maximize the amount of space that I can use for spawning here. Now that I have the floodgates all built in, all we need to do is hook them up with some redstone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some slime blocks to make towers and attach some redstone blocks to them to get our signal to our pistons. So we're going to have like a redstone block right there, and then we'll have that attached with slime blocks right there. And when this gets powered, we can make some levers here. Then the slime block, or the redstone block, will go up 1 block, and that will get turned off. So very good, very good. So we can get on top of here, and we can only have a maximum of 12 blocks. And we're going to have 3 redstone blocks attached to this one, so that means we can go up 9. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to have a redstone block here. And 9. Is that correct? I think so. Let's see, because we got... It's hard to tell with these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. That's the max that can go up. And then we're going to have to go up a couple of blocks here and put a piston there. And that way, when this piston goes up, it will activate this piston as well. And we can get some slime blocks on top of here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get on top of here. 5, 6, 7. There'll be some redstone here. So 8. Actually, this is the top. So all we have to do is this one and then that. So it won't be the full 12, and that should do us quite well. So if we go down here and flick the lever, right now I think all of the, or those, what is that, 2 of them, 3 of them that are connected to this side should be all closed. So now the water would be held in there if we had water in there. And then you do that, and it triggers all these pistons, or these 2 pistons, I guess, which trigger the pistons down here. And now those are closed, or those are open, not closed. So now we just have to hook that up to some sort of timer. And we can go up a level and do the other side as well. Or this side, not that side. We'll have to do that later. And I have this one set up with all the slime blocks already. So all we have to do, put some redstone in here. And then I brought some ladders as well so we can get up and down. Let's get some light in here. And we just need to go up here. And redstone block there. And then go up a little bit more. And the last one is going to be this top one. So if we do redstone there and redstone block there. And then I had to change out some of these. Some of these were stone brick that the water, or I just had around the water. I had to change out some of those with furnaces, obviously, so that they don't stick to our slime here. So now if we do that, that should activate everything. For some reason I'm Steve, and I don't know why. I guess I didn't have a good internet connection when I did this, or the skin servers were having issues when I logged in. But yeah, so that works. Awesome. So now we just need to create some sort of timer. And I think, let's see, we would need to go up. All this stuff should be off by like 3 blocks. So if we go up 1, 2, and then 3, right? Yeah, 3 blocks. And then if we head over here, we should run into the other piston right here. Oh no, we have to go 3 blocks down. Whoops. That's right, we were on the second level. So we go down 1, 2, and 3, and then head over. There we go. Then we got a nice cave here. So we can set up our timer in here. We're just going to use a hopper clock, and we can alternate these things on and off. So here's my pretty simple timer, just a normal hopper timer here, and I got some items in there moving back and forth, and this piston, or these pistons, push this redstone block back and forth. And when it's over here, it sends a signal that way and triggers this line of, or this tower of slime. And if it's over here, then it goes over here and triggers this tower of slime. And what that allows, it's alternating. So there's always going to be spawning spaces, or pretty much always, except when, you know, the water is starting to flow on one level and then stopping the flow on one level. So now, I guess the main thing I need to figure out is I want to make sure that it has enough time to push the mobs out. So what I'm going to do, actually I suppose I could just put it at this level. Let's just put some water in here. And, oh, no, shoot. Oh, don't hit anything. Oh, good. Oh, gotta love the water mechanics. Missed all the redstone, that's good. Let's block that up. And now let's put water in there. Maybe I can do it real quick right now. Oh, shoot. Well, I guess we'll just leave it like that. Let's just wait here. Okay, so the water poured out, and I'm acting like a mob that was way over there. So we got plenty of time to get pushed off there. In fact, we could, yeah, we could maybe even make it half the time. I wonder how many blocks in there. I think I have about 32 blocks in there. Let's try like 16. Let's make sure to block that up. Okay, water's pushing us down. I got 16 blocks in there right now. So we're getting pushed to the edge. And yeah, it seems to turn off right once we get pushed to the edge. So that might work. And I don't have depth strider on, so I might want a little bit more time just to allow them a little bit more time to spawn. But I'm not sure. Because there really isn't a lot of time for them to spawn there. Huh. It'd be really nice if I could maybe have it stay open for longer than it's closed. But then I'd have to do some extra stuff. Yeah, I think right now we're gonna keep it pretty simple. We're just gonna keep the one timer, and I have 24 blocks in here, so you know, halfway in between the 16 and 32. So I think this will do just fine. Let's break that. Was that not going at all? Because I had that, or did that just switch because of the time? I think it just switched because of the time. All right. So now I can do the other side. I'm just going to make a new hopper timer over there instead of carrying the signal over that way. And then we can get all the water put in. And then it's just a matter of the collection area. I've been working on the collection area. And we need one more thing. We need a bucket of lava for the trash. And I'm taking it from here because I have plans. I'm kind of thinking I want to actually take out all the lava here and replace it with water. Make a nice water pool here. Maybe put some decorations around it. Eventually, that's a long-term plan. But let me know what you think. If you like the lava here, if you think that's a nice look for here. I just feel like it doesn't really go with, you know, I mean, we're going with wood and stuff, so lava doesn't quite mix with the wood. I think it would look a little bit better. It would definitely be darker around here, but that might be a good thing, having a darker, more ominous look rather than this bright, fiery look. But yeah, let me know what you think about that. But yes, I have the collection system all in place. We got the hoppers here to collect all of the items, and then I have a dropper elevator here with a little clock that sends the items up, puts them into that chest, and then hoppers pull them out. Got all the chests in place, and then I need more hoppers. Do I have any more? I have 10 more. We're gonna need more than that. Wonder how many are we gonna need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. Oh, so we do have enough. Awesome. So let's break this real quick. We can put those in. And make sure that that's facing down. This one doesn't really need to face down, but we're going to make it face down anyways. Then we just need to connect those. And there we go. All right. So then those hoppers bring all the items over this way. And then we have a sorting system here to collect everything. And here is all the items that we should be getting. So how do we want to sort this? I guess we'll put rotten flesh over here. And then we will have, we'll do arrows and bones. And then we'll do string. And then we will do gunpowder. And then the rest will be, well, creeper. Well, yeah, it'll be witch drops. Like, that's also witch drop, but the rest of these will be solely witch drops. So let's do redstone first. And then we'll do glowstone. And sugar. And we'll do... let's do water bottles first. And sticks. So those should all be set up now. And then the last thing that we need, anything that is not those things, or if one of these fills up, which actually, actually if it fills up, it's gonna mess up the whole system. I just realized, because if like this fills up with rotten flesh, this will fill up with rotten flesh. It will create a very long signal, which will then make all of this stuff pour out. I never thought about that. I've never thought about that while making any of my sorting systems. I mean, this will still be good for armor. If we get armor from the mobs, that will get carried over to here. But if we get more than 4 double chests of rotten flesh, which eventually we will. I mean, eventually we are going to fill up these chests, because I plan to be here for a long time. We're going to have some issues here. So I think I'm just going to leave it for now. I'll have to maybe rethink the sorting system. Ideally, what would be nice is if I could have a block, or I could like have those sorting systems. I could have each one of these not next to each other, so I could have them every other one. But that means I would need double the space, which I don't really have, obviously. So anyways, we're just going to leave it as is. We're going to put some lava down there. So anything that is not those items will get carried over here down to the dropper. And then let's get some light down here. And then I have a little hopper clock, or a little comparator clock that will shoot them into the lava. So there we go. So we have one thing left to do. And, well, I guess besides make it all look pretty. But the last functionality thing we have to do is we have to get water up into their spots. And then this thing will be functional, and hopefully we can start getting some mobs dropping down here. So I have the water all in, and this thing is technically functional. But I have a few changes I want to make. One of them, like I talked about before, the water is on for like the same amount of time that it's off. So we're going to fix that, and I have a solution for that. The other thing is, I just saw a spider. In fact, yeah, this side is all off because I was playing around with it. But I saw a spider get pushed off that side and then fall on that side. And even though, yeah, there we have some drops. Even though technically, like eventually he'll probably get pushed down. Eventually, like even if he kind of skips between layers, it would be a lot faster for him to fall if everything was synchronized. If all the water was flowing at once, then he wouldn't be able to like go from one ledge to the other. So I think we might hook everything up to one timer and have everything synchronized. Okay, so this is our new timer here. And is that supposed to be? Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. So what we have here is we have the hopper timer that we had before over here. And then that will send a pulse. This is a monostable circuit. Send a pulse through here. And then in here we will stick 16 items. I think we want to stick them here. So this is going to be kind of hard. Let's just... my inventory is full. Let's throw that out. There we go. And then we can stick 16 items in there. Before, when we were doing the hopper, or when we were doing the timer, the 16 seemed to be enough for the water to push the mobs down. So this should be enough to keep the water going and push the mobs down. And then I have it connected to both sides, so we just have redstone running down to here, and then redstone going over to there, to that side. So yeah, if we can test it here, test that thing by just going like that, and items will start moving through here. Actually, we only need 8 in there, don't we? Oh no, we do need 16, because yeah, the 16 blocks go over to here. And then once this one empties, it sends a, or yeah, once this one's empty, then this torch turns on and sends a pulse through here, which moves the redstone block back. So now we just need to add some items into here, and I'm thinking like 48 might be good, because this thing's going to be going for 32, although I suppose it doubles, doesn't it? Yeah, because you'd have to wait for the 48 blocks to move and then move back. So maybe we'll do 32. So let's do that, and then let's just stick 32 blocks in there. And we can test that out. So that should all be going then. This clock will go. So that means every like 64 blocks that moves, this will get triggered. So it'd be like 48 blocks of time when the water's not flowing. And there we just saw some creepers fall down. Excellent. So the water goes away. And then gotta wait for these blocks to move again. And here come the mobs. Looks like a pretty good group. Oh, that one got caught on the ladder. Dang guy. Wasn't a ton of mobs, but it wasn't bad either. Oh, and the water's triggering again. Oh, look at all those mobs. Yeah, that was a pretty good group. It might be a little too much time in between water streams. But I can play around with that off camera. But that's all we're gonna do today. We got the mob farm set up. We're starting to collect some items. I haven't seen any witches yet, which is kind of sad. But eventually we'll get some witches through here. Because like I said before, the main... Oh yeah. Maybe it isn't too long between water streams. But, I mean, the main thing that I'd like to get out of this is the bottles, which I think are going to come right through there. Because that's the one thing that I kind of need, and I don't have a ton of. I mean, redstone and glowstone, that'll be nice. Looks like there's a spider there. We can maybe watch to see if the spider gets pushed down. Yep. Awesome. Okay, he didn't... dang it. Yeah, he kind of grabbed onto the wall, I think. One thing I could do to fix that is I could take out this line of blocks all the way to the first platform and this one. That way he won't have anything to grab onto when he falls down. But I'd rather not do that, because then if I do that, I should probably expand the number of hoppers too. There's a witch. Yeah, it looks like some of the spiders are dying, but some are not. And that witch has taken the ladder down. You jerk. How dare you? Give me your items? No items? What a mean person. So, anyways, I hope you have enjoyed another episode of Underground. Next time we'll maybe work a little bit on getting this to look nice. Maybe fix some of the bugs. If it has any. Well, like the spiders, if we can do anything about that. So I hope you've enjoyed. Once again, remember to leave a like and a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.